jump to that. Oh, yeah.
Man, we just want to be free. We want to be free to ride our machines. We just want to be left alone. We want to party. We don't stay inside because of rain. We don't stay at home because it's cold. We don't even like to park our bikes. We ride. This is our biker's lifestyle.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Right.
Well, here we are with Curt and Lee from, what is it called again?
West Coast Florida Riders.
West Coast Florida Riders. Now, that's the west side of the state, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Because when Tag told me you were coming on and you guys were down by him, but you were the West Coast Florida Riders, I got confused as hell because I'm like, well, I failed, geography, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty much all up and down the West Coast. When we started in 2018, we were actually we started the group in Manatee County, and the area code for Manatee County is 941. So within the first 6 to 8 weeks, our name was 941 Brotherhood, and we realized quickly that was expanding out. We were bursting out of Manatee County north and south, and we needed to come up with a name that kind of reflected where we were located at. So up and down the West Coast of Florida, it kind of naturally just bred that name, West Coast Florida Riders. So, and now we're the nucleus of the group extends as far south as Fort Myers and as far north as probably Citrus County and everywhere in between. So
we got a good 300-mile stretch of area we have members at.
That is a big stretch.
Yep.
And like I was telling Dirty, I've been, since I moved, wife and I bought a house down here in Florida, I've been doing the snowbird thing this is my third winter. And, you get on and I was watching your guys' progress, as the WCFR group. And actually you can catch me bitching about you in a couple of our previous episodes. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these guys are, but I'm like, a lot of the people on their page, their Facebook page are, they're kind of acting like there's some sort of a motorcycle club or something. I know you guys downplay that. You can't.
Yeah, that's our fear. That's our fear. We try not to cross that line.
Well, I mean, you got a pretty loose group of people from what I've witnessed a couple of times I've been at your events, and you can't stop them from what they're gonna. I mean, hell, the first time I met them, within 5 minutes, they get somebody pulling a tit out and put it up in my camera. So.
I don't know what you're talking about. I tell you, I plead the fifth. I don't know about that.
So how do we? I'm kind of curious. How did we first cross your path? How did you first? Were you just at a place where we had a swarm of people show up, or?
No, man. I mean, we've got the official Bikers Lifestyle page on Facebook, and we're about 62,000. And I always like to find out, best way to find out is to go on social media to find out where all the bike nights and then the happening rides and the place to go, the shitty ass bars to go to. I was just in one of Bradenton's finest today, the Ride Hard Saloon. It doesn't get any crappier.
That's a fun place. Yeah, that's a fun place.
Love the Ride Hard.
Yeah, they got a guy wrenching out of that garage now out back.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just started. So, he's got a Ego, I think is his name. I don't know. You meet a lot of people. But
We
I mean,
did a ride down there about a year ago. What did we bring? About 120 some bikes down there. The owner was over the moon. He was out there directing traffic, getting us parked, and he was happier than a pig in pie, you know.
That was George, and he's awesome. He was running he had a food truck out there that day, and he was actually running the food truck and parking bikes, and he took good care of us. So if you're in Bradenton and you're on two wheels, you got to stop at the Ride Hard. You got to check in there and get you a beer. So it's a great little biker bar in Bradenton.
It is, and it's kind of unassuming. Like if nobody's parked in front of that place, you'd drive by it.
Yeah,
You swear it's abandoned.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it looks like that kind of a place, but you walk in and there's, tire marks on the floor and, dollar bills hanging all over the place, graffiti and, biker shit. And, it's just got a cool vibe. It's laid back. I like it. But I mean, that's how I just came across you guys was you're a big deal on Facebook.
Wow.
And I watched you grow. I watched you grow organically. And I went from the point of I was kind of pissing and moaning a little about, the group to kind of coming back. And then you hear me, talk about your progress as he and I shoot the shit on the podcast. And I'm like, I said, we got to talk to these guys, man. And like, they got something going on. I mean, and on a moment's notice, during the course of a week, you guys will get a ride together. There'll be 70, 80, would you have 130 people on that ride?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of organized groups that have a hard time getting that type of participation.
It's kind of crazy. So to give you a little bit more of the background, when we started the group, the goal was to just be able to pick up the phone and dial a few numbers and get, half a dozen people to ride with, because we were all just looking for people in the area to ride with. And so we started the Facebook page just to kind of keep everybody connected. And I think in the first couple of weeks we had 6 members in the group, and that was it. And then after six months, I think we were up to about 200. And I remember I couldn't believe we cracked 100 members on the group, just us talking about the group to other people that ride. And then we, from 200, we had our first bike night at the Mad Cock, the Angry Rooster. It's no longer there, but in Bradenton, and we just went gangbusters at that point. And the energy in the group, I invite 2 people and those 2 people invite 4 people, and it just started spider webbing out. And then we had our 1,000th member, Mr. 1,000 Dwayne is out there. And then pretty soon we had Miss 2,000 Sherry, and 3,000 and 4,000. And now we're just growing and growing, and we're adding people, we're adding probably about 50 people a week. And to the point that you were trying to make about, being an MC, that's we're social media based. We're open to all genders. We don't care what you ride. As long as you're on 2 wheels or 3 wheels and you like catching the wind and you live at least part-time in Florida, then you are welcome to join West Coast Florida Riders. All you got to do is just find us on Facebook. It's a private group. Request to join. We ask you a couple of questions. Do you ride and do you live in Florida? And if the answers are yes, then you are welcome to join West Coast Florida Riders. So, and it's really grown, like you said, organically. We started with a bike night, and then as we grew out from Manatee County, grew north and grew south. And it's like, well, we need a bike night in the north end. So we were able to secure a bike night at Kicking Wings up in Hudson. So that bike night's the last Tuesday of the month. Yep. So we have that one, and then we have the one at Caddy's in Bradenton where I met you, Tank. That was the second Thursday of every month. And then we have one down in Port Charlotte at Birch Black Widow, the 4th Friday of every month. So we managed to secure 3 bike nights every month in different areas. So, and it's grown. And from that, we do Sunday fun days. We'll do one-off events. We'll do charity events. We've done a lot of different activities to get everybody involved, and to the point where no matter what brings you to get on your bike every day, whether you like to ride from bar to bar or whether you don't like to do that at all and you just want to go for a 200-mile ride, or maybe you want to go for a 50-mile ride and get lunch and then come home. We've got so many members that like to do all that stuff. No matter what you're looking for, you can find it in WCFR. You might not like everything that everybody does, but you're going to get what you're looking for you know, just by joining the page and joining the group. So,
I mean, I just want to say, I think you're selling yourself a little short on some of these bike nights. You know, you're sloughing it off as, oh, we just got this bike night. Well, I mean, I know I've been to bike nights. There's been 10 people there with bikes out front. Everybody's kind of standing there with a drink in their hand, smoking cigarettes, talking about bike and then bikes, and that's it. Well, you go to you guys, you've got vendors, you've got tents set up, you've got bands going on, you've got, you know, a bike showing where you guys are judging bikes. I mean, you know, it's an event. You've got raffle prizes you're giving out. You're doing 50-50 raffles and stuff like that. So
it's legit. Our bike nights are legit. So, you know, they're posted not just on our page, but to public pages as well. If you follow any of the social media pages, Florida Biker Events, Tony with Full Throttle handles that page. We post our events on there. Twinkie's page, we post it on his page. So you can find them in anywhere. You know, everybody's welcome. These events are open to anybody on two wheels, whether you're part of WCFR or not. Please come on out and have a good time at the bike nights. You know, like you said, we do have it's a ride-in bike show at every one of our bike nights. So there's trophies given away. Just if you show up, you're in the show.
Yeah, don't forget we're partnered with Fran Hosh, and she does a wonderful job advertising for us too on radio, news.
I was going to say that's like the group lawyer, right?
Yeah.
She is definitely a friend of the group. That is for sure. She helps us with a lot. She, you know, if we need something, she's there for us. She's the support that they give. Fran and her whole team gives us. They set up at all of our bike nights. They have their tent there, you know, with offering support as well. So they've been absolutely fantastic. They're probably, you know, they are our signature sponsor. So a lot of the stuff that we've been able to do over the years would not have been possible without her. That's for sure. So, and we've had some really good sponsors over the year, but Fran's always been there. She's been consistent in the biker community for years. So really
Tampa's got an amazing biker community, and there's not a thing that goes down in Tampa without Fran being part of it and helping it. And I think that's what's really helped blossom it. I mean, it's great year-round riding, but with Fran there supporting everything this whole biker community in the Tampa area does, I don't think we'd have half what we do without her always being there and supporting us.
Right on, man. Go ahead, Dirty. Ask.
Well, I was going to say, so do you guys throw like charity events or anything like that, or is it just bike nights and rides? Or
nope, well, Curt, tell them about the event that we just did. My family's pulling in the driveway, so Curt, let me talk about the event that we just did while I get these guys.
We just had an event. Was about 3 weeks ago, back in the blue. We threw a party up at Scooter Haven. It's up in Inverness. It's like an old school biker hangout place. It's one of the last few hanging around. It's just a great event. Fortunately, it was a little cold, a little rainy, but we had Jasmine Kane come up, and she did a set and played and just absolutely killed it. And we were able to raise, I want to say $2,500 for the sheriff's youth ranches. Here in was it Levy County is where the money's going towards. And once a year, we usually attach ourselves with a new charity, or a couple times a year, and raise. Heck, last year I think we raised a really nice amount towards 2 or 3 different charities, and everything we do is thanks to the help through sponsors, including Fran Hosh, and we're able to give 100% of the proceeds, everything we do, to those charities we have attached ourselves to.
Yep.
So,
we have one of the charities was a senior citizens advocacy group in Sarasota. We raised money for them. The Tampa Homeless Outreach with T-Man. If you're familiar with TV, everybody knows Thomas Brown, T-Man. He is he's the director for Tampa Homeless Outreach. And hi babies. We were able to raise quite a bit of money for him. And then we had a big block party downtown St. Pete. Anybody's heard of that? That was quite a party. We had Greg Billings play and the St. Pete Suns play, and we raised, I think, just over $13,000 for 50 legs for that event. So, yes, we do a lot of charity stuff, a lot of work in the community. So, helping out, and we've got some other stuff coming down the road too. Like Curt was saying, the Back to Blue event, we raised $2,500 for the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches in Levy County. So
and we got our next event coming up. I don't know if you want to get into that yet, but an amazing organization here in Tampa called Forgotten Angels. It's for kids that have aged out of foster homes. Some of the stories we heard is just off. Some of these foster homes are just run like puppy mills, and it's a money making scheme for some of these people. And you think back on your 18th birthday. I hope it was, you close your eyes and think about it, and I hope it was a pleasant one. We were surrounded by friends and family, and it's a day of celebration. A lot of these kids that turn 18 in foster homes, they get a visit from a state employee telling them to pack their bags and get out. They can't stay there anymore because there's no more funding for them. And if you have a broken home or no home to go to, they're out in the streets. So there's this wonderful organization headed up by Dave and Cindy called Forgotten Angels. And they're bringing these kids in, building them tiny homes that they own from then forever. They can stay there as long as they want. They teach them skills. They work on their credit scores. They get them their GED if they need it. They prepare them for the military. They help them get their first apartment. One of the coolest things, they teach them all how to ride motorcycles if they want to, so that's who we're currently working with now. We're currently having a raffle, and I can let Lee talk a little bit more about that, but that's who we've attached ourselves this time. And it's always a good feeling when you can help out a local organization that's doing better for the community and just making the Tampa area better.
Sounds like that was making a difference. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's touching.
I've been following that on Shade Tree Surgeon's channel. He's been doing a lot of work with them.
Yep.
I think they raffled off that Road King that he had.
Yeah, he's actually the one that pointed me towards it. I bumped into him 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago at Gibtown Bike Fest. And we had talked for a little bit, and then we bumped into him this past year on it again and told him we were getting ready to do something else for another organization. And he recommended Forgotten Angels again. So Lee and I contacted them. We headed up there to their property and viewed it. And we thought 100% this is something we want to get behind and help them out.
Yeah, I know he's been doing a lot of stuff with them over the past couple of years. So
yeah,
it's definitely a legit place because I've seen the footage that he puts out there. So it's not like it's one of them charities that takes 90% of the money and puts it in their own pocket and then 16%.
United Way.
Not to name names, but
yeah. I had cough there. Just for a second.
No, they're legit because David, Cindy, like they say, I don't know if you've ever seen them talk before in other podcasts or videos. They don't live in luxury. They live exactly how their kids. They call them their kids. They treat them as their own. They said there's no way they could live with themselves if they were living in some mansion, and these kids are there living in tiny homes. So they got a single bathroom house. All the kids use it, and they all live together, and it's one big giant family. And so they're good people. You could tell just by talking to them after about 10 minutes. We were super excited. They were happy to have us help them.
That is cool as hell, man. It sounds like you guys are doing a lot. Now, like I said, I've been following you for a little bit, and I post every now and then on the page, but I'm a lurker. But I got to ask one question. All right. So if I see a WCFR sticker or somebody that's got it on their back and I take a picture of it and I put it on that web page, somebody buys me a drink. Is that one of you guys? Is it one of you guys that does that?
No, it's that person. It's the person that you catch. They owe you a beer.
Okay.
Yeah, you posted it. It's an honor system. You got to claim it. If it's your car, you got to claim it. And
but you got to play to get paid. So if you're not rocking a decal on your car or any apparel, if you don't own any of that and you snap picture, then that's not really fair. You have to be able to get snagged yourself in order to get paid. So yep.
Right.
We tell people when they buy those stickers, this sticker is going to end up costing you a lot more than $5 the price that we sell it.
You know what? I tell everybody it's more for fun and more like a I got you kind of deal. And if you catch somebody and they won't buy you a beer, you come tell me and I'll buy you that beer. I'll be happy to.
Now, if I was to think of like one catchphrase for the WCFR, it's got to be "Ain't no party like a West Coast party," right?
That's it.
Absolutely.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah, you got that on shirts and stickers and stuff, do you?
You know what?
It's on shirts. We got it on shirts.
Yeah, we do. We got it on shirts, but no stickers. But that's a good idea.
Let's write that one down.
I know.
That's all right. I don't need anything from the proceeds of that. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Because there ain't a big market on the sticker.
You think we get paid for this shit? Please. We could, but we haven't gone down that road. Now,
Hey, you know exactly how you feel. Trust me.
talk to me about Camp Easy Ride.
Yep. Well, one of our members, Mark Mendez, is the owner of Camp Easy Ride, and he basically what Camp Easy Ride does is he sets up a tent compound, and it's more than just tents. It's state of the art camping where they come and they set up a huge tent for you, queen size mattress, electricity in there with a fan if you need it, and then
Lights,
yeah, it's like a big compound. So all these campers are in this compound, and in the compound, he's got community activities, cornhole, fire pit, you got a hot tub, and basically you don't have to do anything but show up with your clothes. You show up and it's all set up for you. Stay as long as you want, party your ass off if you want, don't if you don't want to. When you're ready to leave, you pack your clothes and you leave, and they break it all down for you, and that's it. So you don't have all that hassle of, if anybody's ever tent camped before, which I have a lot, that's a pain in the ass to set everything up, because when you get there, the first thing you want to do is, find where the party's at, or find, something fun to do, and setting up the tent's not the fun thing to do. And when you're leaving, I'm usually hungover, and that's the last thing I want to do is break my tent down. So he does it all for you. He's got a crew there that takes care of you. So it's awesome. He sets up at all the biker events, not WCFR events. I mean, he'll set up at a WCFR event. He was set up at our anniversary party last year, but Daytona at the Cackleberry, he's set up there. I saw today
Sturgis.
he's going to Big Sturgis, and he's also going to Little Sturgis in Kentucky. He's going to be at Leesburg Bike Fest at Windy Acres Campground. So basically, if it's one of the bigger rallies, where it makes sense for him to go to and set up, then he's going to be there. So. And,
Cool,
and
man.
he's got his own Facebook page. Look him up, Camp Easy Ride, and you can get all the info. So, and I know he offers a discount to WCFR members as well. So, tell him you're WCFR, and he'll give you a discount.
Well, I'm a member of the page. I guess that makes it.
That makes it. You qualify.
I qualify. Cool. Damn.
You guys going to Daytona this year or what?
I am. Yeah, I'll be going second weekend, Thursday through Sunday. I was telling Tank earlier.
He told us he wanted it to rain on us.
I didn't say I wanted to. I said it's going to rain on you. It always rains first weekend. That's why you got to go second weekend. But I said if I had to rain one weekend, I hope it rains yours. I'm just being selfish there. But yeah, no, I don't know why. It falls closer to my birthday. So the wife usually treats me to Daytona that last weekend and writes it off as a birthday gift. So I gladly accept it though.
Right on.
Now, is there any one place that we go into Daytona? It's our first time. We have to go to. I mean, the Cabbage Patch I've heard about.
Got to go there. Yeah, Cackleberry. Russ Myers always has big events going on, bands. Main Street, just for the people watching. The Boardwalk for great bike shows always going on. And there's a ton of places. Iron Horse, that's a staple. That's a legendary place you got to go to. And across the street, they got Beaver Bar and a couple other places. But
you had me a beaver.
Yeah. I'm a Main Street type of guy. I kind of like the wet t-shirt contest, so I'll be down on Main Street when I go. But I'm just going for one day, that first Sunday, the first weekend on that Sunday. So my kids are throwing a cramp in my social life here. So that first Saturday, my daughter's birthday, and then the next weekend is we got sports activities going on with the kids. So, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna miss it. So we're gonna get up on that first weekend, that Sunday morning, ride over and spend Sunday night with Camp Easy Ride that night. So, yeah, we're going over there. But yeah, you'll find me on Main Street pretty much.
So now, Lee, you live in Parrish, right?
I did up until a few months ago. I just moved to Ruskin. I just moved north about 10 minutes north of Peggy's Corral. So, but I was in Parrish. So when we started the group, I lived in Parrish.
Yeah.
But just moved up here. So
Peggy's is a good place. I like Peggy's.
Peggy's Corral is an awesome staple of the community, of the biker community. If you
Yeah.
ride in Sarasota, Manatee, Pinellas, and you haven't been to Peggy's Corral, then you must have just bought your bike just last week. So
Yeah.
that place it's amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. The place is ran amazing. Deb, mom, the owner,
Mhm.
she loves the community. Her staff is awesome. I know it sounds like I'm overkill, but it's not. The place is really that good.
Sounds like you own some stock.
A lot of our rides that we do
Leave there.
will originate from different
Yeah.
areas, but the Manatee area almost always originates from Peggy's Corral. So we had a ride last weekend to Thunder by the Bay. We before Thunder by the Bay, we did a memorial ride for Chris Severia. He was our first member that we ever lost upon formation. So we originated a memorial ride from Peggy's Corral to the memorial site, and then we all met up. The different groups from different areas congregated at Stottlemyre Smokehouse, and then we rode into Thunder by the Bay. We had over 80 bikes from Stottlemyre's, but for the memorial ride, we had over 50 bikes for that memorial ride, originating from Peggy's Corral. That was my point. So a lot of our rides originate from there. So
Did you guys go south down 41?
we do.
Oh, boy.
We've got
It
not
gets a little
much.
tedious through Bradenton, Sarasota.
It does.
To Venice, man.
And I'll tell you, the memorial ride that we did went from Peggy's south on 41 down to the DeSoto Square Mall, the old DeSoto Square Mall. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
about the only stretch of 41 that I'll go south on. Anything farther south than that, I tend to stay away from. So it's just, it gets hairy down there and busy, and it's dangerous. So,
3 lights and we hit them all on that ride. I think we hit all red.
The old lady was in the back today. She had the day off, so we went out for a little cruise, and we're coming back. And I swear I hit every yellow light. Well, a lot of them turned red when I went through, but
Right.
So you don't stop for yellow in Florida. That means speed up.
No. It's a whole different brand of ride down here. That's for darn sure.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And there's some roads that the police, the local constabulary love to hang out on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So now when you go up to Daytona, then you take you go through Orlando, you get on I-4 and take it up there.
I don't know how Kurt's going. He lives in Hudson, so he lives further north than I do. But I used to go through Orlando because I was just trying to get there just as quick as I could. But I realized a couple years back that this just ain't worth it. So I usually go north. And where'd we stop at last year? On the Lake Harris Hideaway in Tavares. We took a big group over to Daytona, and we stopped there on the way and had lunch at the Hideaway, and that was awesome. So yeah, we go up north through, I guess that's close. That's Tavares. So we go
Leesburg, D-Land.
Yeah.
D-Land, and then cut on over.
Yeah.
We avoid I-4 like the plague. It's just, like Lee's saying, it ain't worth it, man. And plus it's a prettier ride. It's more fun going up north of that and hitting the Leesburg area. You get some nice riding, some nice roads up that way, and you're not risking your life driving on I-4 through Orlando. It's a madhouse there.
Yep.
Well, I'm kind of curious. Who started the group?
Me and my neighbor at the time started the group July 1st, 2018. And I did not know that it was going to become the creature that it is today. It's grown beyond our wildest dreams. I mean, and a big catalyst was getting a sponsor involved. Fran Hosh came to us and said, we love what you guys are doing. We'd love to, be partners. We'd love to help you out. If you guys need anything, let us know. And then that's when we started our first bike night, and she gave us a big push, and it just grew organically from there. But yeah, it was me and my neighbor at the time back in 2018. So
what made you guys want to start it?
Just looking for people to ride with. We weren't looking for 7,000 members. We weren't looking for bike nights. We weren't looking, to do our own. We were just looking for somebody to ride with. I just wanted to pick up the phone and get 5 or 6 people to ride with. And let's go up to, Cody River, or let's go ride over to Daytona or whatever, and it just grew. I guess there was a lot of people out there looking for people to ride with. So.
Right on, man. That's cool. No, I think that's one of those cool things that you hear about. Like, you always hear people dogging social media and how it's just a cesspool of bullshit. But I mean, good things can come out of it too, you know, like your guys' group, you know, I mean, it's bringing like-minded people together to have a good time, you know, so.
Yep. We've got people that got on Facebook. One of our moderators, Dave Roost, OG, he's like, man, I hated Facebook. I hated the idea of being on Facebook. I hated the idea of having an account. And he goes, and now I'm on there every day, just checking to see what's going on with the group, checking to see where the rides are going, checking to see who's doing what. It is crazy. Like you said, there are some good things that could come out of social media. Like you said, it's also a cesspool of bullshit a lot of times too. So
We have 62,000 members on our page. And,
So
and,
you know what I'm talking
he and I are the only ones that attend it now.
Yep,
I
mean, we got-
it's a full-time job if you want it to be.
Dirty just booted everybody off, and it's just he and I now.
Yeah, we got 8 members in management, counting me and Lee, and it's at least a part-time job, if not a full-time job, moderating that page. I can't imagine, 8 times the size we have, the kind of stuff you all got to deal with. But it's a chore. It's a chore, a daily thing. That
Definitely.
and, yeah.
Well, let's change tactics here now. Lee, talk to me about Demons Rising.
Oh,
So, you're on this cover. I'm looking, and I meet this author, and it's Demons Rising, the story of the Wayward Scout. And there's a picture of you standing there, right?
yep.
That's you on your bike, right?
That's my bike. Yep.
Yeah, and is that the picture of you at the Ride Hard Saloon too, and some of the?
It is not. So
Okay.
Dutch Van Austin is the author, and he has a series of books called Life Behind Bars. And the book that you're referencing is the 3rd book in the series. And I didn't know Dutch when the first book came out. I met him in between the first and the second book is when I personally met him. And he was looking for a rather rougher looking person, biker type guy to be on the cover of book number 2. And I said, I'll do it. And he started laughing. He said, no, I said, I want a rougher biker looking dude, with the big beard, kind of more like Curt, to be on the cover. So I was like,
I didn't get the call though.
You
I didn't get the call.
So I said, well, you can Photoshop in, whatever you need. He's like, no. So I just let it go. So in the meantime, while this is coming out, he's writing book number 3. And when he's done with book number 3, he says, the lead character for book number 3, in my mind, you have that look that I want this character to portray. So I want you to be on the cover of the 3rd book. And I started laughing. I thought he was joking, but no, he wasn't joking. So he said, all right, so try to grow that, that sissy beard out of yours the best you can. And we'll put you in front of the bike and we'll find a spot to take a few pictures. So yeah, that was Dutch's idea. And the photographer, Jennifer, I can't say, hang on. Zabatikas, I think is how you say her last name. Jay-Z, the photographer. She took those pictures. She's one of our members as well. She does a lot of our pictures at our bike nights and stuff. She's our media department, if you will. So
Okay, I think I met her last weekend.
Yep, probably. Yep.
Yeah,
She'd have been.
yeah.
She's a tall, good looking woman with a camera around her neck. So
I met her. Yep.
There you go.
Made an impression. You recalled her right away.
Yep. So yeah, that was my 15 minutes of fame right there. So
Okay, all right. The way some of your members were telling me, oh, the book's about Lee. They were telling me when I was over at Peggy's Corral, and I'm like, read into it, and I'm like, I don't. He doesn't seem like a guy that went out Hollywood to become an actor and failed.
no, it's just the image of the main character. It's not about me at all. So obviously they hadn't read the book yet, but I'm sure they will.
Well, cool.
But to his credit, that series he has is a good read.
That's what I was going to say.
I read the first 2 books. I'm on the 3rd right now. I got to keep reminding myself that the character is Lee, so I usually stop and pause right when it hits me in the head. But no, the books are amazing. I love them. I'm always excited when he's releasing another book. So if you're looking for something to read, lot of local references. Makes it even more fun when he's talking about bars.
Yes. Book number 2 was that picture was taken in front of the Ride Hard. Book number 2, and he mentions bars up and down the west coast of Florida, out in Okeechobee, up in Ocala. So Peggy's Corral. He mentions all the local stops, so it kind of makes it you can kind of relate to it because, hey, I've been to that bar, I've been to that restaurant. So you can kind of put yourself in the story a little bit. So I might've been there whenever, Oscar Baker was there. So he's a really good author. And I say that I'm not a reader. I don't read. I can tell you that I can count the number of books in my life that I've read on two hands, and I probably don't need all these fingers, but 3 of them were Dutch's. So 3 of them was 3 in that series. So he's a really good author. So if you get a chance, check him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I met him over at Peggy's, and he was one of the naked boobs that stuck it up into the camera lens. Was actually him.
You did meet Butch, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, your group is a live wire. I had some guy seen at both your events. He's got a dog with him, and then he has like this big walking stick with a big skull and stuff.
Oh, that's not
Lee. That's Lee number 2.
That's Lee Kirby. And he lives in Ocala, and he rides down to go to all our events down here, no matter what day of the week it is. So
that's a hell of a ride, man.
That is a hell of a ride.
He's got that little Chihuahua that's in his vest, and he's got whatever that Dachshund pit bull mix kind of dog that rides on the crate on the back seat, and he's all over. He pops up everywhere. Any event we have, he's there, and he's got his dogs, and they're walking right down, and they, he's got their little goggles when they're riding.
I want to know who the lady was that popped her boob out there at Peggy's Corral for you.
Well, I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have my camera going at that point in time.
We don't say names.
If you
hey, throw a rock, you'll hit someone that has.
Yeah, you hang around with the group for a little while, then you just never know what's going to happen. Ask them down at Thunder by the Bay. So.
It took me 60 seconds to figure out what type of group it was once I met them.
We're a fun group. I'm going to tell you, we're a fun group. We like to have fun, so.
Well, you guys are having your next bike night at Caddy's in Bradenton is the night that these guys are getting into town before we go to Daytona. Is that Thursday night? So.
Well, when this airs, we actually have one this Friday, but when this airs, Caddy's will be the next.
It'll be the next one. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yep. And we have that's going to be Thursday, March 3rd, which is the first Thursday of the month. Our bike nights are always the second Thursday of the month, but to accommodate everybody that's going to be going over to Daytona, we've moved it up a week just for March only. We've got a great band from Pinellas County called the Dirty White Boys.
Mm-hmm.
If you've heard them before, they are awesome. Those guys are going to rock it out for us. Like I said, we got the Ride-In Bike Show with custom trophies by Jay Sizzle, JC Staten, and Jay Sizzle Concepts. He provides us with our trophies. So I got one right here, actually. If I don't kill everything in the process. It's like a Mr. T starter kit here. So it's on a chain. You can wear this bling around your neck. It's right here. So and then you support that. So and all you gotta do is just show up. If you show up, you are in the bike show.
It looks like some weapon from a James Bond movie,
It might be. There's
it's a new Get Back whip.
Yeah.
You can see the sponsors, the WCFR logo and Fran sponsor, Jay Sizzle Concepts, and this was the bike of the night at Caddy's.
Fergs.
No, that was Fergs. Yeah, that was one of our old bike nights we used to have up at Fergs in St. Petersburg. So, but that's an idea of what everyone's different. Last week they were, what were they? They were crystal shower tiles, like bricks that he had engraved. They were really awesome. So JC does a great job with our trophies. And Fran helps with those as well. So again, fantastic partnerships we've got. So anyways, that's that.
Yeah, Caddy's is a nice place too. They go right up there in the Manatee River, right in downtown Bradenton. I just didn't expect to pay like $7 for a non-alcoholic beer, but that's not on you. That's on them. Fucking fucking bucks for a beer. $7 for a beer. What the hell is up with that?
Damn, how much was the beer that had alcohol in it?
Well, you'd think there'd be less, right? But no, I guess it's the same process. I don't drink anymore. I've been sober since April 3rd, 2019.
Oh,
congratulations.
$7 fucking dollars for a goddamn non-alcoholic beer.
Damn.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah. And then we have our bike nights down in Port Charlotte at Burt's Black Widow. That's another partnership that we've been able to sustain is with Burt King and Burt's Black Widow and also Burt's Barracuda up in St. Petersburg. So we have a bike night down there every fourth Friday of every month. And
Now, Bert's, that's right next to the Harley dealership there, isn't it?
Bert's
Well,
Black
it's-
Widow is the Harley dealership.
Is the Harley dealership? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got
the one
Twisted
that-
Fork right there, the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yep, under the pavilion there, and his music director has brought in some fantastic music this year for our bike nights. So if you're in that area, even if you're within an hour's ride, you know, it's worth it on a Friday night to go down there and have some fun with us. We do a
Well, I
ride.
ride down from Hudson. There's no excuses.
Yep. That's right. That's
I had one. I was looking forward to riding with you guys, but I just felt like shit. And I didn't want to get sicker. It was pretty cool that night, if you remember.
Well, this
Yep.
Friday, you can meet us this Friday and come down.
well, not when this airs. It'll be too late.
Not when this
but
airs.
every fourth Friday when we have that bike night, we meet at Ellington Wing House
Yep.
at 5:30. Kickstands up at 6 o'clock, and we roll straight down 75 down to Port Charlotte. So another month or two, the snowbirds will be gone, so the traffic will be less. So it won't be quite so hairy on a Friday night trying to get down
Don't
there.
you laugh there at me, Dirty, laughing at that snowbird comment. Fucker. Jesus.
Oh,
Yes.
are you snowbird Tank? I forgot.
Yeah, no, you didn't forget, Lee. Hey, man, I got the best of both worlds, you know. I'm able to get
You know what?
You know, but I tell you what, though, last year in Wisconsin, it was almost hot, if not hotter, up there than it was down here.
I'm sure. I'm
were-
jealous.
what's that?
I was sucking on.
Last summer was pretty hot, if you recall.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't that hot.
It was cooler down here.
Was it really?
Remember, like the old lady lives down here. I talk with her every day. She always tells me the weather. We got to talk about something.
Oh, okay.
30 years of marriage, you know.
Mm.
but yeah, I mean, are you original Florida boy,
I'm not. I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas? What about you,
Yeah.
Kurt?
I was born and raised in Northern Virginia. And my parents retired down here in 2004, and I had never even been to Florida. And me and my wife came down and visited them, and we saw the cost of living compared to what it was up in the DC area. And it didn't take us long to decide to move on down. So we got down here in 2006, and we say it's one of the best choices we ever made because we couldn't be happier. It's just DC area is just so congested. I don't care if you're going 5 miles or 30 miles, it's going to take you an hour and a half. And I was just up there recently visiting a friend, and it's even worse than when I lived there. So we give each other high fives every time we talk about not living in Virginia anymore. So it's a good move. And we're planted here. Daughter's born here. She's a true Floridian, and you know, like I said, we're tickled pink living down here compared to where we could be.
Right on. So what do y'all ride? Lee, what do you ride?
I've got an 05 Softail Standard and a 08 Fat Boy.
Now, Softails are a guy's bike, right?
Yeah. And when we ride up
See, Dirty? See?
Pigeon Forge and the Blue Ridge Mountains, you damn straight I'm taking my Softail from here.
You see?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to go there. He's not taking the bait. He's just laughing at me.
Carter argue against me as well. So he's got his nice comfy road glide. So
Yeah, I got a 13 Road Glide and a 2004 Road King. So
Oh, there you go. Road King.
yep. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's my little hopper one. I like that. The Road King's just, I got it set up for the long haul when the wife wants to ride. She's got her thrown back there with the armrest and backrest and 5 inches of memory foam, and she couldn't be happier.
Well, you
So,
know, Dirty's got a Road King. His is all stock, and it's really comfortable ride, right, brother?
Yeah, it's super soft and easy, and
Yeah.
doesn't want to kill you every time you ride it or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's the original motor in it, right? I mean,
Bone
and
stock.
zero work done to it.
it's a good move. It's the best resale value you'll get if you keep it stocked. So
Absolutely.
He blew it up. He blew that motor up twice last year, for crying out loud.
oh my gosh.
No.
Shit.
Once last year. It was twice the year before.
Well, no, it was, yeah, something like that. I don't fucking remember, man. That thing's been apart more than it's been together in the past couple of years, and it got totaled out. So, and I put it back together. So, yeah,
Wow.
Well, tell him your numbers, man. You know.
it's 130 to the tire for horsepower, like 140 something for torque, and you know, it's got all the suspension and all the shit. Yeah, no, It's an untourable touring bike that I tour.
Is that what you're riding down to Daytona?
It's a,
Yep.
it's
Well,
a non-touring bike.
That's right. It's a non-touring touring bike that I tour. No, we got to trailer ours because I mean I think the high for when we planning on taking off for the forecast is like 31. So by the time we get the nice weather, we might as well just finish out the trip on a back of a trailer. I mean, well, shit, we got an ice storm here last night. We're supposed to get 6 to 12 inches tomorrow. I mean, fucking Midwest, man. I'll tell you. It is what it is. But
It gets chilly here in Florida too. I think we hit in the 50s last night.
Yeah, it was.
Brutal. It's brutal.
it's horrible.
I had to turn the air conditioning off.
Wow.
I haven't turned my AC off yet today. It's still on right now,
Almost had to wear a shirt with sleeves in or something, man. Holy fuck.
Dirty called me the other night. He's like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm down at Bradenton Pier fishing." It's like, I don't know, 10:30 at night, 68 degrees out, I'm in a t-shirt, I mean, gotta love it, man.
Yeah, it was like 8 here and ice storm. So that was fun.
Yeah, I have shoveled my last driveway and I've scraped ice off my windshield for the last times. It was too much of that. I'm done with it. I like it goes. I like to watch the snow on Facebook from other people's posts.
I could watch it all day. Yep.
Don't want to deal with it ever again.
I don't blame you. I'm trying to get out of here too. But well, we're getting close to an hour.
We got some other events. Can we mention them real quick before we?
Fuck yeah, man.
Out?
Oh yeah.
So March 31st through April 3rd, we're having an unofficial WCFR getaway to Key West. So there are details posted on the page, and also we have a public page as well that anybody can see. So we have a ride leaving on March 31st, heading down to Key West. So it's unofficial because your lodging is on your own, food's on your own, everything's on your own. We're just going down as a group. So if you're interested in that, check us out and get down there for that. And then April 24th, this has not been announced yet. This is the first public announcement of this event. We are having, we're going to call it our Showtime event. It's Showtime at the Showtown Bar and Grill in Gibsonton. We're having a WCFR Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 5. If you haven't been to the Showtown Bar and Grill, it is biker oriented as well. Lots of parking. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have a bike show, the whole thing. We've got a new band that is in town from California called the Falcos. That's not a bad word. The Falcos. And we've secured them for that event. So April 24th in Gibsonton, it's a Sunday. So mark your calendars and come on out for that. And then we have our next big charity event coming up for the Forgotten Angels. We haven't mentioned the event yet. We mentioned the charity. Curt talked about the charity. And I'll let Curt talk about the event if he wants to, or I can, whatever you want. Curt, go ahead and you talk about what we're doing to raise money for the Forgotten Angels.
Yeah, I talked about Forgotten Angels earlier. And what we're doing is we're selling raffle tickets for that. And like I said earlier, 100% of the proceeds go towards the organization Forgotten Angels. But what you have a chance to win for $5 gets you 1 ticket, $20 gets you 5, $100 gets you 30 tickets. You get a chance to win a motorcycle, a pneumatic lift, 1,200-pound motorcycle lift. And that was given to us, sponsored by Garage Man Cave, Joe Mena, one of our members. If you're looking to get your garage or your house remodeled, he's the guy you definitely want to hit up for that. And the grand prize we're doing is we have a couple cabins up in Pigeon Forge. You're going to win basically all expenses paid trip. You're going to win free lodging, gas stipend, food stipend. You get a chance. We're going to give away a couple rooms there. You can bring you and a guest. So I think we're going to have, we talked possibly 2 grand prize winners on that. And we'll have a couple auxiliary winners as well. You're not going to win the stipends, but you're going to get you're going to get a place to rest your head at night. And we're going to lead a ride up there, stop in Athens, Georgia on the way. And then we got one of our moderators, Don Howe, who I believe he grew up in that area. He's going to road cap, and he's got all these great rides already planned for us. We're going to hit, obviously you got to hit Tail of the Dragon, Moonshiner's Run, Cheryl Hall Skyway, but he's got a couple special rides planned up too. So we're gonna see it all while we're there. It's gonna be a great time.
So on that note, what WCFR does about every 6, 9, 12 months, we have a big WCFR getaway where we create this big 5-6 day event where we have a group ride leaving west coast of Florida and to a destination. And in the past, we've done Key West. In the past, we've done Panama City. We've done Blue Ridge Mountains and the Tail of the Dragon 2 years ago. Last summer, we did Nashville. So those are the 4 getaways that we've done, the official WCFR getaways. This will be our 5th one. And the destination is Pigeon Forge, like Curt said. We'll do a group ride on the way up. We'll stop east of Atlanta and Athens, Georgia, stay for the night after a 500-mile day, and then ride on in the next day. And we're going to take a huge group to the Tail of the Dragon 2 years ago, the Blue Ridge Mountains. We had over 70 bikes from West Coast Florida riders that went up there. So we're gonna do that again, and you can choose to ride or you can choose to trailer, whatever you need to do. But those dates are July 26th through July 31st, I believe. Yep, July 26th through the 31st. That's when the trip is. We'll be leaving that morning, July 26th. And we have secured 2 cabins. One cabin holds 30 people. One cabin holds 20 people. When it's all said and done and we've got all of our management team in there and our sponsors in there, we're going to have a spot for about 20 to 25 people left over. The raffle tickets, if you win, there's going to be 2 grand prize winners. If you win, like Curt said, you get a spot in the cabin, you get a food stipend, and you get your gas paid for. So basically your trip is paid for. 2 grand prize winners and their +1s if they have a +1. And then after that, we still keep drawing names because we've got room in the cabins, and the more WCFR members we can get up there, the bigger the party's going to be and the more fun we're going to have. So
we're going to fill those beds up. It won't be an empty bed. Yeah.
We'll fill both those cabins up with WCFR members. So those raffle tickets are available at any of our bike nights, or any of our events. So that April event we talked about, any of our bike nights, you can get them there. We also have an Etsy store. So if you go to Etsy and you just search for West Coast Florida Riders, you can find all of our apparel, the decals, the shirts, the hoodies, the hats, tickets for the raffle. And that trip is sponsored by, I guess you could probably guess who. Fran Hosh is sponsoring that trip. So again, a fantastic partner. Her and her whole team has been to us. They've just been amazing. So 100% of the raffle proceeds go to the charity. Nobody keeps a penny. I don't keep a penny. Curt don't keeps a penny. Nobody keeps a penny.
I try to keep some. I never get anything.
Letting. So Forgotten Angels is getting 100% of the proceeds. If you can't go on the trip, but you need a bike lift, Joe Mena with Garage Man Caves has offered up that ride-on pneumatic motorcycle lift, a brand new lift. The tickets are all, like Curt said, $5 a piece, or 5 for 20, or 30 for $100. Even if you can't go, even if you don't need a lift, the money goes to the charity. That is a fantastic organization, Forgotten Angels. So, even if you just want to donate, it would be fantastic. You can put somebody else's name on the tickets if you want to, but help. It's great to help and give back to the community. So that's what we got coming up.
We got one last event. You want to talk about it? Our anniversary party?
I would love to, because I'm excited. It gets me going. Memorial Day weekend.
So on your calendars.
We started the group July 1st, 2018. Every year we have an anniversary party. But we don't want to have it in July, because if you've been in Florida in July, you know that it's hot as hell and it's going to fucking rain every day. So we don't do our anniversary party in July. We do it in May, right before the rains start coming every day. And this year the party's at Memorial Day weekend. It's the Friday night, the 27th, and Saturday, the 28th at Scooter Haven up in Inglis. If you haven't been to Scooter Haven, and that is a fantastic private campground. They got RV spaces, they got cabins, they got tent camping. Now it's filling up. So you got to reach out to Scooter Haven pretty quick, or maybe the hotel in the area, or Airbnb, or, whatever you need to do to get up there. But we've got Hypersona headlining on Saturday night. If you're familiar with, if you've ever been to Daytona Bike Week, been on Main Street, Jazz McCain headlines one night and Hypersona headlines the other night. We've been able to secure Hypersona for our anniversary party, and they're playing that Saturday, the 28th, at 7 o'clock. So even if you can't come spend the night, come out and spend the day with us on that Saturday and celebrate. This will be our 4th anniversary party, so 4 years in existence. WCFR is paying for the band. On that note about, not taking a penny, we have all of our apparel. You see, Tank, you were saying that everywhere you went, you saw WCFR. Well, we have, everybody has a shirt that's in the group because they purchased one. And that money that we raise through our apparel sales, we give all that money back to our members, every penny of it, twice a year. Once at our anniversary party and once at our Christmas party, we find a way to return all that money to our members. So the $15 that you spent on that shirt, which you're going to spend more than that if you go anywhere else, that $15 is put into a kitty and we give it back to you eventually. So in return for the camaraderie, for the membership, for the fun times, for the family, it's a small price to pay. So anyways, that's it. I got up on my pedestal there for a second, but I'm climbing down.
Oh, dead air, 15-yard penalty.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think you guys are doing awesome shit down there.
Thanks, Dirty.
The scene needs more guys like you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are, I don't know, you're living the lifestyle and you're helping people out. That's what this whole thing is supposed to be about.
Yep.
There's enough badasses that want to mean mug people at bars that it's good to see, like-minded people getting together, having a good time, and maybe trying to raise some money for people that need it. So, Hey, I want to thank you guys for doing what you do.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for both coming in. I know it took a little for us to finally get all this together here, but everybody's got a busy life. But we'll get this out, like I said, on that Monday. I'll get all your information and we'll make sure we get the poster, all the stuff you talked about, all your events and stuff. We'll get that all included when we release this. Thank you, everybody that's watched up until this point. Remember to subscribe, like, comment. Would it fucking kill you to share this shit? Share this shit, for God's sake. We've got a lot of people talking about us, and let everybody know what's going on with the Bikers Lifestyle podcasts. Come on over, check our shit out on Facebook. But thank you once again, guys, for coming in and rapping with us. I'll see you at the next bike night. Hopefully you'll be able to meet Dirty. Maybe we'll get over there to Caddy's on that Thursday. We'll see how it goes.
Awesome.
And looking forward to it.
Right on. And keep in mind, everybody, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars. Peace.